getting organized. Where do you start? Right. I'm assuming that in all of your places there are strategic objectives already. Whether or not that they have been informed by this, yes or no, but they're already there. If they're not, they might have to be developed, right? But I'm assuming there are objectives about growing the economy or changing the economy, transformation, transition, social aspects of the population, all these different things. Although many of my, how do you say that, competitors, I don't like that word, conculegas, sometimes we say, competing colleagues, will do is that we'll start with a blank sheet of paper. There is no blank sheet of paper. When you mention the place of your name, place name of your place, then bam, that paper is getting filled. But in terms of strategic objectives, there's also not a blank piece of paper. Right? So it's always going to be adding something onto an ongoing process. Installing another element into decision-making progresses that we're already done. And the two things that we need to plug in, I've mentioned before. One of them is monitoring and knowledge about what actually happens in the minds of people when we talk about our place. And the other one is an ambition about managing and shaping and influencing it in a certain direction. Those are the two things. I mentioned the 4 different aspects of image before. The first one here, what we call a self-image, is the image in the minds of the insiders. Right? This is something we need to measure. This is not something that you can only do by a questionnaire. It's also conversations, dialogue, focus groups, continuously talking to people. It's not something that you can hire a consultancy to do and then they've done it and it's on paper and then they go away, which means that it's part of the ongoing mandate, part of the ongoing conversation in a city. This planned image thing, the ambitions with regards to the image. This is quite an important step. What we tend to do in this process is that we tend to have a lot of conversations with different groups of people from the city and with different types of stakeholders. And we are asking them what they think the rest of the world thinks of them, or the rest of the country or region, whatever. And what they think would help their objectives. You, for example, ask businesses, could be that cheese producer, by the way, to what extent do you think that the image of my city, a town, whatever, contributes to your proposition? But you hope that commercial brands will think strategically about when they make a connection to a place brand, that they do that in a win-win situation. And one of the ways of trying to figure that out is to say, like, well, how many companies from your city present themselves as being from your city? You know, consciously, as part of their own branding efforts, as part of their origin story. Do they tell something about the local culture, about the local places? Do they mention certain things that are valuable about the place itself or not? So if they realize that part of solving their future challenges can be to invest in the place branding effort, the ambitions with regards to the image is not just the governmental ambitions, but it's also the ambitions of the citizens, the companies, the institutions that work there. Now, the one that's difficult is the projected image. The projected image knows 2 different words. It is, one part is what people think that other thinks about your place, and the other part is that if you consider everything that happens in your place as something that tells something about your place. Yeah? Everything, new building, and new whatever. Stuff that you have in control, stuff that you don't. Yeah? But it tells something about your place. You can say, what is actually the message and the image that is conveyed by those actions, by those things? Why is that important? Because although there is a baseline of the image of the place, it only changes through actions and communication. On-brand action, behavior, on-brand communication.